All right, welcome to this explainer. We are about to dive into a truly chilling story about an inescapable family legacy. I want you to imagine, just for a second, being born into a role so feared, so hated, that your entire destiny is a curse, passed down from one generation to the next. I never chose this life. This one sentence, that's the heart of our story right there. It just perfectly sets the stage for a life that's defined not by your own choices, but by a dark, unavoidable inheritance. So let's picture it. We're in 14th century Europe. You're not a lord, you're not a peasant starving in a field, you're just stuck. You're stuck carrying this destiny that, believe me, nobody would ever ask for, a family name that literally makes people shudder. Okay, so let's get into your story. It doesn't start with some big, dramatic event. No, it's more like a creeping sense of dread. By the time you're just 4 years old, you know deep in your bones that something is just terribly wrong with your family's place in the world. And the signs, man, they're everywhere, even if you're too young to really get it yet. People literally make the sign of the cross when they see your house. Your mom, she never takes you to the market. You can't play with the other kids. She tells you it's because of wild animals. But you're starting to suspect the real monsters everyone's afraid of. Well, they walk on two legs. And then, of course, comes the moment when everything just shatters. One day, a kid's curiosity gets the better of you. You sneak out to the village square, you're drawn in by all the noise and commotion, and you walk straight into the horrifying truth that is going to define the rest of your life. Right there, in the middle of all the chaos, the screams, the pain, you see him. The man that everyone fears, the one holding that strange metal thing, is the same man who tucks you into bed at night. It's your father. That night, well, that's when the truth comes spilling out. Your father confesses everything. His job, his entire role in this society, it's all captured by one single brutal word: torturer. He's the one who gets confessions, whether they're true or not, through nothing but pure, unfiltered pain. And get this isn't a job you apply for. No, it's an inheritance. Your grandfather did it. His father did it before him. This isn't a family business. It's a blood-soaked curse. And you've just been told it's your turn next. So you're just 8 years old, and your training begins. Any shred of innocence you had left, well, it's about to be systematically taken apart, piece by painful piece. This isn't school. This is a curriculum from hell, designed for one purpose and one purpose only: to turn you into a completely detached instrument of suffering. You learn the tools of the trade, you practice breaking animal bones just to understand the limits of a body, and you're forced to watch your father work until the screams of grown men become nothing more than background noise to you. And the smell of your new reality, it's this mix of iron and fear and sweat and something rotting. It just clings to everything. It gets into your clothes, your hair, your very skin. It's this constant, sickening reminder of what you are becoming. So years pass, you get older, and well, you get good at this. Horrifyingly good. So good, the villagers give you a name, one that's whispered with both fear and a twisted kind of respect: the Bone Breaker. And this is where things get really bizarre. This crazy contradiction defines your entire life. On one hand, you're a craftsman. You're disturbingly good at what you do, and you're seen as a necessary evil. But on the other hand, you are a total outcast, unwanted yet useful, utterly unclean in the eyes of the very people you serve. You'd think being good at your job would bring some kind of peace. Not this one. No, it brings nightmares. The faces, the screams, the begging for a mercy you could never, ever give. They all haunt your nights. The psychological toll is just immense. Your work breaks you just as surely as you break others. But the misery, it doesn't stop with you. As you get older, your hands start to shake, your skills begin to fail you, and that's when this horrifying thought hits you. The curse, it demands a successor. You see, it's this unbroken chain, right? It's a direct line of suffering, passed from father to son, and now, the crushing weight of forging that next link in the chain, it falls squarely on your shoulders. And so, you have to do the unthinkable. You have to inflict that same death of innocence on your own child that was forced upon you. You see his face just fall apart. You watch him run. But you know he'll come back. Because for your family, there's nowhere else to go. You finally die at 52, which is actually old for someone in your line of work. They bury you in some forsaken corner of the graveyard, far away from all the decent people, and your personal nightmares? They finally end. For you, the suffering is over. The screaming, at last, fades to silence. But with that haunting question, the curse just begins all over again. Your story might be over, but the cycle, that is not. And it leaves us thinking about the brutal nature of destiny and whether some traumas, once they're set in motion, can ever truly be escaped.